Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. Prince Andrew on ITV News. Everyone's fucking bullshit wankers like the BBC, but never mind. They'll do for the purposes of this video. So, Prince Andrew relinquishes Duke of York title following a string of accusations. They've been going a while, haven't they? You know what I mean? So, there's been a bit of news on the grapevine, to be honest. I've seen it in passing, I haven't covered it, so I'll kind of cover it now. There's been news, there's been news dropped. I don't know if people have seen this, but yeah, there's pictures of Meghan Markle on a yacht, possibly something to do with Epstein, not quite sure. There's pictures of Meghan Markle when she was younger on the yacht with Prince Andrew here. So that's the thing. like, yeah, before she was famous, before she was an actress, when she was younger, there's multiple pictures here. Here's one with her bikini on the left here. Here's another. Here's one other one there. Here's one. So that's apparently a crack that Meghan Markle knew Prince Andrew and was, again, he was like for young women. As pictured with the Epstein picture and the accusations there. Yeah, apparently he's been pictured on a yacht with Meghan Markle when she was younger. Is the crack I've heard. I wouldn't 100% know it's definitely true, but there's pictures here. But obviously in this day and age we can fabricate everything. But that's the rumour doing the rounds that Meghan Markle knew Prince Andrew long before she ever met Prince Harry. Another rumour doing the rounds is that Prince Harry is having hair treatment and he's lost his libido and hasn't slept with Meghan Markle since their second child was born. But she's also a narc. We've also discussed that Meghan Markle is a narc. And she'll have just used all this. It's like being with Prince Andrew here. It kind of makes sense in a way. Like she was a narc, always looking for the fame and the limelight and the money in some way, shape, or form. And eventually she landed herself a prince till she realised the princess job wasn't quite what she thought it was, and there was a lot of being told what to do and where to go and how to act, and she didn't like it. So she ran away from that, and we're kind of here where we are today, to be honest. Sorry, keep having a clear the throat. So, um, this is cheap blackmail. As I don't know, so that's cracks doing the rounds anyhow. That Meghan Markle knew Andrew before she ever married Prince Harry, and fucking she was on a boat with him. Was pictured here and here and here. And also Prince Harry doesn't shag her anymore, but Meghan Markle's a narc. So that's a roundup. That's a bit of a roundup of some of the news. But the main news is that Prince Andrew has relinquished the Duke of York title due to a string of accusations. So they could be some of the accusations as well. The yacht thing, so we see here, Prince Andrew stuns royal family. So that's kind of the rumour in the background, doing the rounds. So that could be a part of the accusations. I don't know. Possibly the Epstein thing primarily, I would imagine. But yeah, so Prince Andrew's relinquished the Duke of York title. He's Fergie as well. Everybody will remember Fergie, who was my age. So I'll play a bit of this.
Every time he's appeared at a public event in recent years, Prince Andrew somehow managed to find his way to the front. Even at his last appearance, the funeral of Queen Elizabeth's cousin, the Duchess of Kent, he was seen trying to engage family members in conversation. Some did, but others, like Prince William, clearly would rather Andrew was somewhere else. The Prince had kept using Duke of York and his knighthood, even though he had stepped down as a working royal. This week, however, his brother the King decided enough was enough. The reason, more claims this week about Andrew's friendship with sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Stories that he'd kept in touch after.
I mean, we all know. I mean, honest to God, the thing was stupid. That's the thing. It's like the media and the powers that be and the royal family. The thing was stupid when we know fine well what the crack is. And again, there's a good chance that Trump's in these files, you know. Like, again, we've all this Romanian Angels crack and Erica Kirk in the background there. and her link to Trump through a beauty pageant, and then she ends up in Romania in this Romanian Angels, which gets kicked out of Romania because children are going missing apparently. So there's another link to children and children trafficking, and they're linked to Donald Trump, and Donald Trump's linked to Jeffrey Epstein, and Epstein files not being released under Donald Trump. So there, I've pretty much connected all the dots for you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's what you like. You want them to just come out and say it, because they're not gonna. They're not gonna. He's not gonna come out and say Donald Trump's in the Epstein files. Like, it's clearly, if he wasn't in them, he'd have probably released them. So I think there's proof in the pudding there for me. Anyway, the fact that we do not have the Epstein files. Donald Trump is in power after promising that he would release the Epstein files as part of his campaign, and he hasn't released them, is kind of proof that he's in them. And again, this link to Erica Kirk and Romanian Angels and all this palaver in Romania kind of suggests that there's some sort of child paedophile trafficking ring going on here, of which Epstein was involved. Prince Andrew, again, another high-profile person involved. We've seen Donald Trump go to meet the king a couple of weeks ago there and completely kiss King Charles's ass for God knows how long in a speech that rattled on. I listened to it myself, and yeah, he proper loved the king again. Like, all this, it's there to be seen. To be honest, if you've got the eyes to see, I say quite a lot, to be honest. But it's there to be seen. So you've got Donald Trump going and praising the king, but then you've got Andrews, who's part of this thing. It's all part of a network. I mean, eyes wide shut. There you go. You know what I mean? Eyes wide shut, or eyes wide open. Those who have the eyes to see, yet again. So again, it's kind of obvious for me, really. It's obvious what's going on, what has gone on. We know about Jimmy Savile, and Jimmy Savile was pretty much an Epstein. He was just the getter of children for the upper echelons, as well as what he got up to himself. He also got children for people. That's what he done. That's what Epstein done. There's certain people out there that get the children, acquire them, and at the higher levels, at the lower levels, again, the film Taken, as Brendan said, is not wanted, Taken. They're gotten down at the lower levels, but then they're pushed up and up and up, depending on the quality of the child in their eyes, if you understand what I'm saying. So in the film Taken, she was a virgin that ended up with the Arabs and was worth a lot of money, whereas a friend who wasn't a virgin wasn't, and she ended up in like a crack house on heroin, just getting raped by multiple people. And again, there was a difference in the quality of the child depending on the buyer, so to speak. So this is probably what goes on, to be honest. And Epstein's involved, and Trump's maybe involved. Again, this Romanian Angels thing and Erica Kirk. It doesn't look good after winning a beauty pageant for Donald Trump and then ending up in Romania. And her parents are big with like the Israeli government and the US government as well, and it's all very, very dodgy. It's very, very dodgy. So the whole Epstein thing's very, very dodgy. Trump not releasing them is very, very dodgy. Trump going and praising the king is very, very dodgy. It all kind of connects together, as I mentioned. And the Duke of Edinburgh, again, in public eyes, like, this is the thing as well, like, it's saying, oh, well, the Prince William didn't really want to speak to him. Load of shit, absolute load of bollocks. That's a member of his family, it's his uncle, it'll be his uncle, he'll talk to his uncle, no problems whatsoever. But in the public eye, because of all this scandal, they have to appear to distance themselves from each other. That's just the way of things. It's always been the way of the things with the establishment, and it'll never not be the way of things. But there's no rift in the family here whatsoever, between Charles, between William, between Andrew, between anyone at all. No rift at all, no beef is given, because they're all fully well aware of what goes on. But in the public eye, the public opinion is everything. They've got to distance themselves from each other. So that's all this is. It's a distancing. It means nothing in reality, and nothing within the family. They're well aware of what everybody gets up to and what Andrew's been up to, and it'll all probably crack on as well behind in the scenes. Again, Donald Trump went to the Royal Palace and praised them all, so there you go. So I'll leave it there anyway. Prince Andrew's dropped the Duke of York title, but it means nothing but to public opinion, basically. Again, there's no rift here. I'll leave it there, peace.